Hello everyone and welcome to Dead Rising 2.
Hello.
Now no longer case 0. And I've already done a practice run where I hit S rank, but we're not actually going to get S rank in the canon run. We'll show ending S off, but it's kind of weird. We'll get to that when we get to the end. You can restart the story, but you keep your levels, you keep your money. Dead Rising encourages this.
It's pretty much kind of like a roguelike, except not really.
Nah. You've got save points, you can retry when you die.
It's basically, as I see it, Capcom or developers realizing, oh, people are just gonna go fuck around, and since it's time, people are probably gonna miss stuff all the time, so it's worth retrying and retrying.
You can beat this game on level 1, which I don't think you could do on Dead Rising 1 comfortably, but if you're going to 100% it, you need to be level 50 and have a timesheet down. This isn't going to be 100% because some of the extra objectives are a bit bollocky. And not to mention, we're playing this on the PC, which means we have to contend with Games for Windows Live, which is going away soon.
It's a really shame, really. I mean, Games for Windows Live was such a beloved DRM.
There's meant to be an opening gameplay segment here, but once you beat the game for the first time, it all gets removed, so I'm going to go back and record it later and add it in.
Don't forget to include your next of kin.
But basically, Chuck, this is 3 years after Case Zero as we went over, and he's not going to a motocross game, he is going into Terror is Reality,
Can you take her somewhere safe?
which is a zombie-killing games show. Shaun of the Dead did it first.
Did this come out before or after Shaun of the Dead?
Way after Shaun of the Dead, that was 2004.
Don't worry,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I won't be long.
and that's the Slicesycle, which was in some of the preview trailers. It's a motorbike with chainsaws. Actually, I'm starting to question, because every other time I've beaten this, I skip this cutscene. If I don't skip it, does that mean I get to play the game? Oh, perhaps I do. Sorry, I always skip this when I'm on repeat playthroughs.
Snake, how could you just ignore the great and grand story of Dead Rising 2? The deep story with this complex, multicolored, multifaceted man called Chuck Green.
Well, I'm sorry, but the most interesting character, Leon Bell, is talking at the moment. He's a bit insane now, but you should wait until you see him later.
Zombies took our Willamette. They took our Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, I'm just sitting here waiting for him to be done.
Have fun on that main menu screen.
Man, I'm counting all the zombies that goes here. Oh, Jesus Christ, one of them has fucking socks and sandals.
Well, he's dead now, so it's okay. So, in Case Zero, that was taking place just after the Las Vegas outbreak, and Las Vegas just pretty much got renamed Fortune City. Because, you know, they really much prefer on-the-nose naming of places after the apocalypse.
Time for America's most dangerous game show. It's time for...
Well, it isn't as much of an apocalypse than I don't know, zombies exist, so let's use them in some way. Again, Shaun of the Dead-ish.
Bit more over the top, though.
Well, America, are you hungry for a little terror? Because tonight, we're gonna give it to you. I've been poking these zombies all week, and man, are they pissed. Our contestants are almost ready, so let's send them a little message. You gotta be willing to risk it all if you're ever really gonna.
Man, I can't wait to play this game.
You're gonna have to wait a lot longer than I am.
Oh boy.
Okay, so what this is basically is Dead Rising 2 had an online multiplayer mode, which was a bunch of kind of zombie killing minigames. God damn it, Leon. So I was wrong. You do have to play this more than once. It doesn't really make any difference. You can get away with not winning it. It's pretty fun though. Go for the zombies with the balloons on them. So they explode and get you more points. On the online mode, you can win extra money to use in the campaign. I tried playing it when I was doing my practice run just to grind a bit of extra cash, but no one is playing this anymore. And really, it's pretty easy. I actually think that on my first time through I did lose this. The bike controls are a little slippery, but nothing too daunting.
Well, it's not unexpected. This game came out in 2010. So, yeah.
Remember my practice run as well, Leon actually gave me a run for my money. I actually lost all my save files as well, so I had to grind my way back up to a decent level. Luckily there are plentiful other ways of grinding money quickly, so I could get some stuff to show off. I think you get like 15 grand for doing this, which probably wouldn't even buy you one Zombrex in-game. But there's not going to be a round 2. And, oh, now we're actually in a cutscene where Chuck has clothing from his gameplay, because these cutscenes, like before, are not pre-rendered. I didn't exactly pretty myself up for the final boss fight last time. Well, I guess it makes sense because I'm in a locker room, so...
I gotta be honest though, the fact that what you wear translates into cutscenes is probably the greatest thing about the game.
I wish there was, like, after you beat the game, there was a kind of casting theatre mode like Metal Gear Solid 2 had, where you could just rewatch the cutscenes and customize clothing. Change your player model if you wanted. Cure. So, there is a zombie rights group. Well, they're more like they want to cure people rather than just go on killing zombies, but still, Shaun of the Dead did it first. Well, yeah, I never got a Saint run on Dead Rising 1 either. You know, years on, I still hate that woman who went out to get her dog.
Hey, do you know where the green rooms are?
Yeah, take the elevator up a floor and then straight down the hallway. You can't miss it.
A very... a very nice ending shot of his chest hair. Let's talk to these guys first. Wasn't even 15 grand, it was 10 grand. So there's not really much around here. We got the dodge roll, a returning move from Dead Rising 1, but it's nowhere near as problematic 'cause it's got invincibility frames and there's not a long kind of get up animation after it's done. We can't fight in here though, there's quite a few spaces in the game where it's just like, you can't attack anything. Can still save from restrooms, much like before. We don't need to drop a save just yet. They're going to be big annoyances throughout the rest of this. Not really.
The ladies were a little disappointed in your performance tonight, Chuck. But you must get that a lot.
Good night, ladies.
I'm surrounded by the MacGuffins.
Oh god, she got me. She got me.
Well, that zombie nearly caught us with our pants down, but we're not really any worse for wear. So, quite a few people preferred Dead Rising 1 to 2. I kind of preferred 2 just for the co-op aspects. But what I can say is that Dead Rising 2 repeats a lot of the same beats that Dead Rising 1 did. Like, there's this opening section that has a lot of survivors that you cannot save, so you just get a lot of notifications telling you that everyone who you don't know who they are is dead.
No, Snake, don't see. Chuck is a very social man. He knew everyone who was in here.
You can tell he's a very social man from the fact that he rarely ever talks to anyone.
He doesn't need to. They just know him, okay? He's Chuck. Everybody knows Chuck.
And if that little counter on the right side doesn't give it away for you, we're going to need to actually gather Zombrex, much like the demo. But, as we saw in the lift, now we only need to apply it every 24 hours instead of 12.
Katie! Get off her!
I don't really care then. Wasn't Katie.
Katie, it's me, it's Daddy.
It's happening again, isn't it? Like what happened with Mommy.
Shh, hey, Katie, listen to me. You need to stay calm, okay? We need to get out of here. So hang on tight.
I'm not really too worried about this one zombie because we're carrying Katie, so when we run into zombies, they get nudged, which doesn't happen if you're not carrying a survivor or certain weapons. And also carrying a survivor, or in this case Katie, well, makes you pretty much invincible to standard zombies. So I'm not really too worried. When we do carry a survivor like this, we just get a kind of pansy-ish kick move, which you don't really want to use. We'll be coming back here later. This is the arena entrance. But as for now, there's just a bunch of, well, distractions for us.
Oh no, not again. Hold on tight, Katie.
Get to the safe house!
I just love this cutscene because it does actually encapsulate just how well zombies mostly do when you're carrying a survivor. Most of them didn't even really give a shit about Chuck.
We're gonna have to take our chances in there, kiddo.
Why can't I get a signal?
She was looking right at me and they had her and I couldn't do anything. She went down without a sound and I had to get out of there. I just ran.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second, son.
I hate children.
Listen, it's an
Well, that's a
existing
bigger
condition,
problem, actually.
right? It's okay. It happened a long time ago.
It's only a matter of time before she turns.
Hey, don't worry. I've got Zombrex.
Yeah, well, you better have a lot. Because there ain't none here, and the rescue ain't coming for 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah, the reserves will already be mobilizing. But their first priority is to quarantine the city, and that takes time. They'll enter the city at first light 3 days from now. That's the standard procedure.
So we're stuck here?
There's a couch in the security room. Why don't you take her in there? It's quieter.
Thanks.
And that gate is never opening again.
We gotta keep them hot dang zombies out of here.
You know, I thought the benefit of a two-part gate was that you could let in and out what you wanted without an issue, but no, we're going to have to use the vents in future, much like Dead Rising 1.
I think it's just because Solomon really hates shock.
Yeah.
I was gonna get some right after the show. We still have time.
Where are you gonna get it, Dad?
You let me worry about that, okay, kiddo?
There's like 4 boxes of it stashed around the mall, so the mall,
How long have you been listening?
Don't worry.
well, it's pretty much a mall with some gambling involved.
There's a pharmacy in the Royal
It's Fortune City! Come here, take the family!
I'm Chuck.
Maybe 1 mile across, if you're lucky.
Do you know a way out of here?
No, but if you find one, I suggest you take this. That way we can keep in touch. There's closed-circuit cameras all over the city. These monitors are playback only, but I'll keep an eye on them. Chuck, if you find anyone alive out there,
I'll do what I can. Keep an eye on my daughter, okay?
And this is Chuck's kind of theme as cutscenes end. It just keeps building and building. Even if it's... some cutscenes it's not even really that intense. Just, I found a map. I can use this. But yep,
Yeah.
Now the game has started proper. And the game immediately tells me about co-op. Which is great, because that's what I'm going to do.
Oh man.
This was the principal thing that made me prefer this over Dead Rising 1. I like Dead Rising 1 as well as this, but co-op, it makes a lot of difference to me, because I like playing games like this with friends.
It sure is a blast to play with friends.
So first order is getting Zombrex. Until we get Zombrex, the rest of the game world won't open up. One thing that was removed that I'm going to give away right now is they removed the Infinity mode, which is just a kind of survival mode.
Hello?
Oh, god damn it. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm just doing fine. My name is Blanca.
Here's the way Chuck usually dresses, just to show off his character model briefly. These
Actually-
are his default clothes.
Let me stand side by side.
Yeah, let's compare.
To your left, you see boring Chuck. To your right, you see improved, magnificent Chuck.
I'm going to kick you when we get out of here for that comment.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. Now, we're gonna have to contend with lag because of Games Windows Live. Here's the Shaun of the Dead outfit. You get this for beating up 1,000 zombies using only your bare hands, not a cricket bat. And here's what you get for S-rank ending. You can build the rest of the suit, and it makes you throw weapons further and take a damage reduction. But we don't have all of it, and to win the last piece, you need to win a poker match later on in the game, and I don't know how to play poker. It's really bad.
Well, honestly, you kind of look like a man who worked as a office who finally snapped.
Well, I've got red on me, okay?
Well, so begins the misadventures of Office Chuck and Blanca, Elvis.
You know, he worked as a sales clerk in a store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically Left 4 Dead.
Well, Sean did. It's been years since I watched Shaun of the Dead. I'm gonna watch it later on tonight and play Wolfenstein.
Oh, it sounds like you have your night ready. I find it odd though. They have the loading picture show Chuck in his default underwear, default clothes. I guess it's just to compare his clothes to the absurdity you dress up in him.
Well, they just took pictures for the loading screens, you know.
Yeah, true.
Oh, do you know the most disappointing thing about Dead Rising 1 on the Wii is? They just took the cutscenes pre-rendered from the Xbox version, so... yeah.
My god, we have a phone call.
Yep, the transceiver returns, but it is way less annoying than Dead Rising 1, because you can skip the text and the fucking character won't call you back and bitch at you.
Ah, perfect. Allow me to demonstrate how to combine. You put a item there, and you put another item here, and magnificent cutscene of Chuck duct taping the hell out of it, even though he doesn't use duct tape. And perfect.
Good. Perfect.
Now, allow me to do what Sweed just did, but instead of creating one of the standard combo weapons, I've broken the game.
How dare you?
Oh, boy, this weapon, they made it much less available in Off the Record because this thing just destroys shit. Also, the double lariat that Frank had is gone, but this weapon brings it back. Kind of. God, I love that animation. I'll never tire of it.
Now I'll show another weapon. While Snake shows off probably one of the best weapons, I'm gonna show you one of the worst weapons. You place this thing here, and then shove some nails in it, and press start to skip the cutscene, and voila. You have a propane tank with the duct taped nails on it.
I've also got far more combo moves than I had in the demo, because I can now do stuff like this. But we've got a few defaults that we're going to just use most of the time, like that one, the elbow slam's pretty powerful, double leg drop, even more powerful. It's also got another property that I'll get to in just a second.
I've honestly forgot how to do all the moves, so I will find them out.
Yeah, check your status screen if you want to. I might go through it myself in a bit, just to show off what we have.
Yeah.
But just right next to the entrance to the safe house, we can go here and get a skateboard. If you want to travel around a bit quicker, they break in like 4 hits, but if you dodge zombies, you can get a bit of use out of them.
Oh yeah, Chuck, your clothes can get bloody.
Mm-hmm.
So don't blood him. But yeah, the IED. As you probably noticed, you get PP for killing zombies, which is basically XP, and you get more for actually killing with special made weapons.
Yep. You get 350 for each kill with this, which early on in the game can really add up.
Yeah.
Here's another way to get PP. See these Zombrex signs? Fuck Zombrex, even though my daughter depends on it. They're an evil company, okay? Magazines are still in the game. Be a bit weird if they took them out, considering they were in the demo in the first game.
Oh yeah, you can also throw weapons. Like this. Wow, the IED is really fucking useless.
You're meant to smash it into a zombie and then shoot it. You need a gun.
I don't care. I'm using it as a melee weapon.
You can still smash ATMs for money, but honestly, if you just want to grind cash, this is actually one of the least effective ways to go about it. I might show off the way I got all this money later on. It's really cheap, but if you just want to get all the stuff and don't worry too much about it, then it's just quick. You need gambling magazines and a certain slot machine. But I'm just going up here because there's stuff. Namely, if you go up here, you can get your hands on a sniper rifle in the first minute of the game. In Dead Rising 1, it was just like a little bolt-action sniper rifle. Here, it's a fucking gun designed for taking out aircraft. That's the way Dead Rising 1 and 2 differ. It's a bit more silly this time around.
Yes, and Chuck, it may seem boring, but that's kind of what makes the humor of the game. He just has such a deadpan reaction to everything.
Okay, so you might think it's a bit weird to jump down from here, but the double leg drop negates fall damage. So in life, if you don't want to hurt yourself when you fall, the best thing to do is land on your spine. That helps.
Yes, you got one of the stuffed animals.
Yeah, we're gonna need this. I'm just gonna put it here for the moment. Can't let it get damaged, though. Actually, it probably won't be here when we get... Don't worry, I'll shoot it.
My ID! How could you?
It seemed like a good idea at the time, okay?
I built that with my bare hands. Oh well, it was a shitty weapon anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. You can also break cash registers for a bit of extra dosh.
Okay. Oh yeah, I found a donkey here.
We're gonna have to, after we get... Let's go get Katie's Ombrex and then we'll do a sweep of this place for certain goodies. And yeah, as you can see, Sweed is lagging kind of beautifully, because... we debated doing this on console, but just came to the conclusion that this will be a send-off for Games Windows Live. We won't miss you, but we kind of will. We won't, though. Not at all.
Totally not. Well, I will miss playing games that uses you that don't transfer to Steamworks. A door. I'm gonna open it.
Okay, you can have this one. Whoever triggers the cutscene, that's the Chuck model that appears, so, let's see how the looters react.
This is the best. It's the best mask in the whole game.
And unlike the fucking mask in Case Zero, they've actually animated this to his head a little bit. Like, you can see the neck kind of actually moves properly. It still clips like fuck. Look at it. I prefer Street Fighter 4 original characters.
How dare you!
You should be in an arcade, old man. So, that was an example of Chuck's humor, if you saw the subtitle. Just very, very stupid puns that are typically delivered 5 seconds too late, and in a fucking voice that makes him sound slow.
I'm gonna be honest, it fits really damn well considering he's a dad. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think I brought on because I got the last kill. And he changes quick, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So...
Chuck. These are alternate reality Chucks.
So that's what happens when you bring a Barrett anti-material rifle to a knife fight. Just drop a few things we don't need. Actually, I'll hold on to this. We can talk to Denise, and we can get a survivor. So yeah, escort missions. They're still good, like Case Zero. Not a big surprise. There's a safe house where you'll be safe. It lives up to its name.
Here, Denise. Yeah.
Yep.
Here, Denise. Have a shitty... I said, here, Denise. Whatever.
No, I was... Oh.
Man.
Thank you so.
Man.
I'm so grateful.
Ah. Here it is, the famous Sombrix.
Well,
Yeah.
just as we got it. Perfect. So yeah, between 7 AM and 8 AM, it basically means that every in-game day, no matter what we're doing, we have to return to the safe house and give it to her. We cannot leave it with another survivor there because Chuck does not trust a single human being in the world.
Especially, yep. Because if they stutter,